It looks good. Everything looks good. Okay, good. My name is Salaams. I live in Oakland. I've been in and out of the food industry for a number of years. Had a brief stint in the crowdfunding world. Food has always been my passion and something that I have loved more than most things. The idea of opening a restaurant felt like way too daunting because it was so expensive, and I decided to start doing stuff out of my house and see if there was any interest. Oh, thanks for coming, everybody. I mean, I've been cooking for people for many, many years, but these last maybe 6 months or so, having random evenings of mostly desserts. But one of the things I really love making is Italian food because I'm half Italian, grew up in New York, and so I decided tonight to make a little Italian meal. So I'm making gnocchi with pesto and 2 focaccias, along with this kind of like an anchovy garlic butter olive oil dip. Buttery, garlicky, anchovy, olive oily. I really love having friends over and I love cooking for them and having community in my home. It's really wonderful. I mean, I was very lucky in that I came from a big foodie family. So my dad is Persian, my mom was Italian, so I had huge exposure to Italian cuisine because the whole community, like there was Italian food everywhere. My parents really loved eating, my dad in particular, and so there was no other social outlets that happened. It was always some kind of a meal, and it just became something I really loved. I wanted to go to culinary school, and I applied and I got in, and my parents discouraged it. They thought I should get a regular liberal arts degree because they thought that was going to be more practical, right? Funny. Anyway, I've hopped around a lot. So when I was 18, I moved to LA, and I was there for 4 years. I did my undergrad there. After school, I started working in restaurants, and I was cooking. At some point, I decided to take a break from it. I sort of got a little bit jaded. Not only is it hell, like hours-wise, but it's physically extraordinarily demanding. I've definitely gotten injured a number of times, and also the amount of sexual harassment that's normal, which is now finally getting talked about, is awful. You know, I had to, report people a number of times. There was a lot of things about it that I just was like, I need to take a step back because, this is a really rough life, and I don't know if I want this. I was hungry a lot as a kid. I just was deeply loved through food by my grandparents, but my grandmother in particular. When I would go to her house, she would just cook and cook abundantly. It was just this amazing feeling of being taken care of and loved, and it was so simple, like a bowl of pasta. It's so simple. And so to be able to offer that to others is it feels like just an important way to give back, If I could actually do the home restaurant thing, like if it was legal, it feels like this would be an amazing place to do it. I don't want it to be transactional. I really want it to be about community and interaction. And what I worry about with opening a cafe is the model is it's a transaction. You walk in, you get your thing, you leave. For what I'm trying to do, which is really about community building and taking care of people, it seems like this could be the perfect platform. I also really appreciate how much work you guys have been doing on getting the counties to adopt the law. Without that, obviously none of this is going to go anywhere. That is huge. Having these laws adopted would open up the ability for so many people to actually own businesses that would never be able to. It could be massively empowering to a lot of people. I think Foodnome's been really instrumental